Good day everyone, I am Charlie Gajano, and for today's video, I'm talking about the RA 11479. So, what is RA 11479? RA 11479 is also known as the Anti-Terrorism Act of 2020, officially designated as Republic Act 11479 sa Philippine law, who intend to prohibit, prevent, and penalize terrorism in the Philippines. This law was signed by our current President Rodrigo Duterte on July 3, 2020, and effectively replaced the Human Security Act of 2007 and on July 18, 2020.
Yan! Kain!
Terrorism is a major social issue and concern in the Philippines, and many of us has been suffering. In 2017, the Philippines has been attacked by a terrorist group called ISIS located at Marawi City. The war lasted for a month, and many people were suffering from starvation and mental shock. On October 23, 2017, President Duterte declared Marawi was liberated from terrorist influence. In this Republic Act, it is declared a policy of the state to protect life, liberty, and property from terrorism, to condemn terrorism as endemical and dangerous to the national security of the country, and to have welfare of the people, and to make terrorism a crime against the Filipino, against humanity, and against the law of nations. In the Section 4 of Republic Act 11479, terrorism, subject to Section 49 of this Act, terrorism is committed by any person who within or outside the Philippines regardless of the stage of execution. A. Engage in acts intended to cause death or seriously bodily injury to any person or endangers a person's life. B. Engages in act intended to cause extensive damage or destruction to a government or public facility, public place, or private property. C. Acts intended to cause extensive interference with damage or destruction to critical infrastructure. D. Develops, manufactures, possesses, acquires, transport, supplies, or uses weapons, explosive, or of biological, nuclear, radiological, or chemical weapons. And lastly, 3. Release of dangerous substances or causing fire, floods, or explosions. In Section 5, threat to commit terrorism, any person who shall threaten to commit any of the acts mentioned in Section 4 hereof shall suffer the penalty of imprisonment of 12 years. Conspiracy to commit terrorism. Any conspiracy to commit terrorism as defined and penalized under Section 4. This act shall suffer the penalty of life, imprisonment without the benefit of parole, and the benefit of Public Act number 10592. There is conspiracy when two or more persons comes to an agreement concerning the commission of terrorism as defined in Section 4 hereof and decide to commit the same. In proposal to commit terrorism, any person who shall possess to commit terrorism as defined in Section 4 hereof shall suffer the penalty of imprisonment of 12 years. Inciting to commit terrorism, any person who without taking any direct part in the commission of terrorism shall include others to execute the execution of any of the acts specified in Section 4 hereof by means of speech, proclamations, writings, emblems, banner, or other representations tending to the same end shall suffer the penalty of imprisonment of 12 years.